Namaste, beloveds. This is Mother Wit. I've got to remember to talk a little bit louder because the fan is on in here. This is a very special video that I'm getting ready to do, I guess I should say. And I'm just going to get into it because I've been receiving so many downloads. I'm going through so many personal things, excuse me, in my life right now. And in my understanding of things, these are lessons, and the more knowledge we take in of ourselves, the easier life becomes for not just ourselves individually, but collectively, because we bring an understanding, we give birth to this energy, to this vibration that everybody else can sense and see and identify with and join in on. So that's where this show is coming from. And as usual, I pull a card, and I'm going to get straight into that card first before I go into everything that is going on that I'm going to share in this video. The card is the Lady of the Stars, and this is the Isis Oracle, Priestess of Sirius. And this was pulled earlier, and I was told to share, so I'm sharing. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. It brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment of all other oracles in this deck. She tells you to pay attention because something significant is taking place right now. Syrian energy takes the inner path and the spiritual healing journey into a whole new stratosphere. And beloveds, that's where I'm getting ready to take this. So please pay attention. And if this awakens something in you, or you get curious, or even if it pisses you off, pay attention to it and pass it on and see what others think. Have dialogues and communications. Open up your awareness to what is being gifted you through me. Not from me, but through me. Okay? Alright, let's look at it some more. It is wise, ancient, and an extremely high vibrational energy. It takes a certain level of soul evolution to be able to consciously register Syrian light and transmit it on this planet. The heart in question must be able to consciously cultivate unconditional love for it to occur. I hope you're listening, beloveds. Rewind it if you need to, because what you're getting is some very powerful stuff, and I want you to understand where this is coming from, what it means, and why it's so important for you right now. Okay, let's see. However, we can still receive Syrian light and healing assistance, even if we are still learning to more consistently come from unconditional love. We will feel it more and more strongly as we grow spiritually, but even in our learning phase, we can open our hearts to this divine celestial goddess and allow her, through her priestess, Lady Isis, to bless us with genuine spiritual gifts. Goddess Sirius. Yes, I did say that. Goddess Sirius, through her priestess, Lady Isis, is reaching to you now. She has offerings of great spiritual support and a message that there is something significant that you need to be aware of in your life right now too. Accepting celestial assistance and unconditional love of Sirius will help you now. So beloveds, if you don't pick up anything else from this video, go Google Sirius. See what it speaks to you. Search for the light of it. Search for the enlightenment of it. Drink that knowledge in. Let it seep into you like rays of the sun, warming you, kissing your face, so to speak. And if it calls to you, welcoming you back home into a higher vibration. Okay, let me move on. To receive assistance, you can choose to surrender into your heart and allow divine love to infuse and heal, direct and unfold all aspects of life and growth. You have to choose this, beloveds. You have to open your mind and your heart to it. You have to fill your heart with the longing for it in order for your thoughts to manifest it. This is how you are designed. You have to long for it. You have to want it. You have to need it. And you have to know that which you are asking for. So open up that knowledge inside of yourself and remember. Want to remember. Need to remember. Ask to be reminded, and for you to hold and retain the thoughts that you gain through revelation. Okay, let me move forward. To receive the assistance, you can choose to surrender into your heart and allow divine love to infuse and heal, direct and unfold all aspects of your life and growth. It is a total trust and surrender with absolute faith that even unexpected twists and turns will be leading you in the best direction. Stop questioning how things are coming at you. Step back. Observe. Be objective in your observation. Stop taking everything so damn personal. It is a lesson for you. Stop resenting your lessons. You wouldn't be getting these lessons. You wouldn't be here now if your soul did not need these lessons. Open yourself up and know yourself to be a divine student of divine knowledge. Hungry, seeking that breast of divine wisdom to nourish you. There is no shame in needing your mama and all that she means and enables inside of you. Okay. Advanced souls are capable of feeling and receiving the high vibrational love from the Sirian star system more consciously and consistently. It can come to feel like a perpetual spiritual sun above the crown of your head, nourishing you with light at all times, causing your own soul light to grow brighter. As you surrender into your heart, your soul light will feel more and more palatable to you. That means you'll bond with it. That same bond that mother has with that child when she breastfeeds, that's the same bond that you start getting with your own soul. Many of us, we are living souls, but we don't identify with that inner light. That light is our soul. This body, that's the void that holds it all. You know, and we have gotten so seduced by the physical, by what we see, you know, that We don't look for the soul and the spirit of something. And when you don't gather that information, you're missing the whole thing, baby. And what you're going to bring upon you are all the lessons that you need, because you did not make the right choice in the beginning. You said to the universe, I'm not ready. I need more lessons on this. You know, even though my heart is saying this, this, and this, my heart is saying I want this, but at the same time, my heart is saying it ain't gonna happen. That ain't supposed to be you. You ain't good enough for that. Blah, 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 blah. All these little voices of your demons. And you've gotten so attached to their voices that you don't even look into their logic and what they're trying to keep you separated from. Let me move forward. That'll come later on in the video. Let me move forward. As you surrender into your heart, your soul light will feel more and more palatable to you. The gifts of Sirius flow into the soul like a cup receiving divine nectar. The more aware and connected you are to your soul, the more conscious you will be in recognizing the blessed effects of Sirian light in your present life. The priestess Lady Isis wishes to help your soul connect with Sirius and you to connect with your soul, so that the full blessing of the celestial star goddess can nourish and transform your life, allowing its course to run true to your real and genuine divine passions. And beloveds, that's what living is all about, is discovering, expressing, recognizing, respecting, and being responsible to your divine passions. And those passions, beloveds, can take many different forms. You know, for some it may come out in music, in art. Some it comes out in that warrior spirit and expressing it. Others it comes in that quiet mind, that quiet voice. You know, that's where they find the richness, the most richest, truest vibration of the expression that they're here to emit. You know, so you really got to get into that soul piece of yourself and just find it. And you'll realize that what's really going, what's really going wrong with this world right now is it's lacking soul knowledge and soul force and soul direction. You know, it's missing that. And mama is nothing if she is not soul. That's why she feeds you with soul food. That's why you recognize your soul needs feeding. This is the Syrian energy that I'm speaking of. This is the energy that has me doing this video for you. This is the energy that's helping me to recognize the lessons that are once again before me. The cycles and the seasons repeating themselves, giving me the opportunity to heal something, to heal the break in that cycle, in that season, so that it does not have to keep repeating through my genetic line and lineage. I have to be here, be focused, and not be selfish. See, that's the key. Not being selfish, but being aware of your responsibility, you know. And I keep saying always, I am a firstborn daughter. And that firstborn daughter is an alpha female in all respects. And the thing that is most important to her is family. The operation of that family, the maintenance of that family, the ability to teach that family to go forward even when she is physically no longer present. That is the reason for high priests and priestesses. That is the reason for magi's and those that practice magic. It is not this selfish bullshit that so many of you have turned it into. Worshipping that lower nature by means that you shouldn't be using. By divine means, you blaspheme. Okay, let me bring it down a couple of notches. Because that ma'at is rising, baby. She's rising, and when when I feel her, you talking about knocking over shit, see? You talking about an energy of righteous indignation, based upon the love and the respect and the honor and the loyalty to the Great Mother. And let me tell you, it's that, how dare you, how dare you not give her the honor and recognition because you want to live trife. And by living trife, I don't mean every consequence has an effect. And everything that you got is showing where you're growing from. Right now, I'll give you my own example of what's going on with me. I mentioned that briefly about the physical of what's going on. I got a diagnosis from my doctor of severe degenerative arthritis in my knee. And I've been in pain with my knee since my 20s. And it's been leading me here. And what I went in and I asked for just last night even was clarification and understanding of what I need to heal myself from this. And where it came from, what is the root of it. And Mama just gave it to me. The knee is a joint. It is about flexibility. Okay? Flexibility in all things. In order for you to bend, you have to be flexible. In order not to be too stiff, you have to be flexible. I have become stiff. I have become inflexible with certain things. And because of that, my knee, which is the function of holding up those two bones, the fibula and the tibula, gives you support to stand. What am I always saying? Stand on your square. Well, beloveds, my stand, I'm being taken down a peg because my stand was standing on some vanity. And I've got to come back off of that in order to heal. I've got to understand what truly supports me. And instead of looking for that support in man's world, in this matrix, okay, be it a physical man, be it a source of income, be it a government or a program or something. Okay, everything that I've been saying is that everything is within us. And here I am propping up, this matrix. And so, that's not saying that I don't need an income. That's not saying that I would not appreciate the role of an alpha male standing beside me. But he's got to be an alpha, you know. And that's where I'm coming to learn. I am an alpha. I can stand on my own, okay, without using magic. I can manifest. See, manifestation is a higher vibration than magic. Magic calls for you to use things around you, and magic ties you to those things and those entities, even though you think you are lording yourself over them, to even use them. To even use them in such a manner, you know, whether you think you're doing something good or you're doing something for mama, by even using them, by even allowing even the continents of them. You ain't serving mama, you serving yourself. And this is, like I said, this is the realizations that I needed, and I needed to be still enough to get them. And I needed to be objectionable enough to be in pain and to consider myself being in more pain. And what is coming down the line? Do I settle for, you know, something and put all of my power into the hands of someone else? Or do I take my power and use it in the unconditional manner in which it was given to heal myself and do what I need to do? And in taking this and in putting this in my heart, is putting it in my soul, which is feeding my spirit, which is igniting that phoenix fire, you know, that blood that's in me. It's igniting it. And this Syrian energy, baby, kapow, you know. And I'm thankful. And that's why I'm doing this. Okay, let me move forward. Let me bring it back. Okay. Even if you aren't sure what those passions are as yet, your soul knows. And Syrian energy helps your soul to be itself on this planet. Sirius brings blessings of heightened intuition, refined soul healing ability, and closer connection to your soul and the Lady Isis too. If you have been questioning your evolution, starting to wonder if you are really just at the beginning of the path or not really in intuition at all, then this card is a divine acknowledgement of the power, the light, and the evolution of your soul vibration. And there is refinement and advancement there. This is not grandiose. In fact, one way to know whether this guidance is genuinely for you is that you will feel peaceful and humble within as you receive the guidance. You will feel gently validated and affirmed within, not puffed up with false pride or ego. You will feel inspired and uplifted to continue your inner work, not in the need of telling others how advanced you are spiritually. If you feel inflated or better than others in any way, this is not the guidance for you. Do you see what I mean? Mama is humble. Mama is humble. You have to respect that humbleness by being humble, by following her example. You know, when she needs to let you know who she is, hands down, baby, you gonna know. You gonna know this can't be nothing but the hand of. So we all need to, you know, look deep within our souls and start having these soulful conversations with ourselves as to what our true intentions are. You know, because out of the heart, which is where your thought, where your deepest desires and your passions truly are, unfiltered, that gives rise to your thoughts and to your actions and what you're drawn to and what you do and what energy is drawn to you in order to get you more and more separated from where you need to be. Okay, let me finish. Instead, the guidance for you is to realize that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and the part of you that is comparing yourself to others, hoping to find that you are better, is suffering from an emptiness within that doesn't know that you are beautiful and worthy. Did you hear that, beloveds? Let that sink in. Let that marinate with you for just a few minutes. You are beautiful. The original thought that led to the manifestation of you is beautiful. So how can you not be beautiful? In your evolution of where you are to be, of where you are becoming, you have no beginning and you have no ending. Stop limiting yourself. Time is a fucking illusion. They give it names, Julian and Caesarean and Gregorian and Mayan, and what was it before it was those things? It was mama. Okay? It was unconditional love. It was expression. It was becoming and being and becoming. That's what we have to understand. And stop fearing we bring death to us because of how we think, how we live, the decisions that we make, the choices. We express our divine will for good and for evil, for the knowledge thereof, instead of grasping and holding on to life. Life is ma'at. Life is the seasons and the cycles of nature, of the universe, you and I verse, the one word that was the beginning, in the beginning. Okay. Emptiness, y'all. Emptiness, emptiness, emptiness is that void. Is that chaos before the light decided and expressed its own divine will that it was going to separate itself from. And see, your continual need to get back to one state or the other speaks volumes of your knowledge of yourself. And some find home, and home is for them in that chaos, in that void, in that drama, in that shadow. They do not, they are more at home there. That is a more natural state to them. You cannot blame them for being there. All existed in that at one time. But the light used its will to separate itself. And once you separate yourself, there's no going back to. There's only expanding above and beyond. And right now, that choice of those two realities, that is what this fifth dimension is all about, is choosing the enlightenment, the evolution, the higher vibration, the return to innocence, or the chaos, the constant drama, the addictive fears, the dis-ease that go along with this, jealousy, envy, pride, lust, the need to compete, compare, and conquer. All of that, is harbored in that dark, shadowy part. We each have them. I'm not saying that we don't. I'm not saying that you cannot exist one without the other. There has to be balance of the polarities, but the recognition of the polarities and knowing which side you belong on or which side you're vibrating with at that particular time, or which you need to draw your energy and your strength from. Because some people draw more strength from tears than they do with smiles. And some people draw more strength from smiles than they do from tears. It does not make one better than the other. It's just the choice. Apples or oranges, bananas or grapes, strawberries, kiwi, mango, watermelon, papaya. Choice, beloveds. Choice. Choice, choice, choice. Life is choice. Emptiness is a choice. No matter what you try to narrow it down to, all the trauma, all the bad luck, all the this, all the devils, all the hurtful, wrong people, okay? Emptiness is a choice. And when you're that kind of empty, and all you can fill it with is misery, finding your way to the light is harder and harder and harder. Because you crave the emptiness because you know it. It's familiar. And the world has told you this is the natural state of things. To be suffering. You're going to be less than to somebody. You have to settle for less. Less, 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 less. And the more less you become, the less divine you know yourself to be. Because that's what the guilt and the shame is about. It's not about something that you did or something that you said. It's about you are ashamed of what you did to the moment, to that original knowing of self. Okay, let me move forward. 34 minutes, okay. I'm just going to read this whole little paragraph older. If you feel inflated or better than others in any way, this is not the guidance for you, at least at this time. Instead, the guidance for you is to realize that you are beautiful, you are worthy, and the part of you that is comparing yourself to others, hoping to find that you are better, is suffering from an emptiness within that doesn't know that you are beautiful and worthy. It is wiser to spend some time filling that inner emptiness with your own acknowledgement of your own worth than trying to trump others. And beloveds, let me finish that. Better to go inside the emptiness until you find the seed of love and light within than to seek external appearances to make you heal. The latter just won't work. And beloveds, to do the first, to try to compare and compete and all of this, that comes from a very immature mind and spirit. That comes from an immature soul. That is not alpha at all. Not alpha at all. Because alpha does not think of itself first. In every situation, an alpha is thinking about its family first. The existence of its family first. What's best for its family first. And not just what's best for a favorite, but for all. Not just the ones that kiss your ass or like you or are nice to you, but the ones that cuss you out, tell you to grow up, those that tell you to get a life. You know, you have to mature yourself in your values and in your knowledge and in your knowledge of self. A child only thinks of itself. It only thinks of its own needs. It doesn't think about, well, mama ain't getting no sleep because I'm crying all night, or they tired because they got to put in more extra hours because I need diapers and I need food and I need clothes and I need more of this and more of that and more of this and more of that. That child isn't thinking that way. That child is thinking, I'm here. Why ain't my food here? You know, take care of me. Me. I don't care if I hurt your stuff. I don't care if you can't move. I don't care if your nipples is raw from feeding me. I don't care if they cracked and bleeding. Feed me. That's not alpha, baby. That's a baby. That's an infant. That's not even toddler. Okay? We are all looking for our mothers in one way or another. Believe me. Okay? We have all had all kind of relationships with our physical maternal mothers. Okay? But in all of that comes the lesson on how to mother or how not to mother. Okay? Which one you choose is up to you. What you feed yourself with is what you become, beloved. If you feed yourself with all that negativity and that somebody owes you and your shit don't stink, or you got to act like it don't stink in order for other people to act like it don't stink, guess what? Y'all all lying because shit stinks. Period. Okay? And if you're walking on this earth and you call yourself alive and you ain't shitting, you ain't living. You ain't real. You ain't human. Okay? We give off waste. We leave it behind. We don't worry about what's in our last poop. We don't go back and get it, and we don't treasure it. But that's what we do with things that have caused us shame. That's what we do with our dirt. That's what we do with our pain, because that's what we've been taught to do. Go back and get it and smear yourself all in it and walk around with it. You know, and people just gonna have to deal with it. That's not family. Family would say, nah, nah, I ain't gonna even go there. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about this. I got to go somewhere where I can do something about this, and then I'll come back. You know, keep an eye out for me, but I can't do this right now. You know, I'm not setting an example right now. I'm not being an elder right now. I'm not vibrating high right now. I need to go take care of myself. That's that spiritual maturity. That's what you're looking for. That's what any woman who is a woman, who is an alpha woman, that means she can take care of her damn self, but she would rather have that complete whole family intact. You know, because that's the ideal. But don't get it twisted, because she will do what's best for her family. Period. Okay, let's go. The Oracle of the Lady of the Stars is also an empowerment. It enhances, amplifies, and strengthens any other oracle that you draw. Immediately before or after, it can call to pay special attention to the cards next to it, and you are guided that you will grow greatly through the lessons or learning specifically in any oracle next to it. Make it a priority in your awareness at this time. In order for deepest spiritual awakening to occur, you are also guided that when the Lady of the Stars appears around any other oracle, there will be a blessing of divine grace in forms including, but not limited to, assistance, miracles, healing, and help in mastering the lessons of any oracle you pull immediately before or after the Lady of the Stars appears. If the card appears on her own, know that it is a special blessing for you, soon to be revealed. And I am going to say the invocation. Sirius, beacon of unconditional love, the heart of the goddess shining above, your deepest peace and wisdom wild, I call you now as your beloved star child. Let me rise above forgetfulness and fear. Help my true nature be strong and clear, so that no matter what seems to be, I am anchored within divinity. Nothing distracts me from my true face, shining bright with endless peace and grace. Beloveds, like I said, take it to heart. Take it to heart. And at the end of this video, I will reveal the last card that is going to be instructions for going forward. As I was told and getting into the need to do this, I was listening to some Diva Pamal and Mitten, Return to Innocence, and so many, as I listened to the music and as I looked at their relationship, sacred masculine and sacred feminine, and the interplay. I just, so many things bubbled up in me, and I'm just going to share. True innocence is found in the royal blue flame, found inside the hottest of hot, the blackest ice blue of the white flame that was reborn from the reds, yellows, and oranges, remembered. Motherhood wisdom. Inside the beginning was the void. Inside the beginning of that void was the light, was the will of the light. Inside the beginning of that light was I am. Inside the beginning of I am is all. Inside the beginning of the all is us, seen and unseen. All that is not inside the beginning will also not be found in the ending. That is the will of the light, the wisdom and strength found inside the separation of the sheep from the goats, found inside the Ma'at principles and laws of divine union, set inside the beginning of seasons and cycles of unconditional love. I am becoming such a light. Motherhood wisdom. And beloveds, like I said, today has been a very powerful day. Today, I feel that I have been released from a lot of burdens that were quite literally weighing me down. And now I have to free myself of them, because that is the extra weight that I've put back on. That is what is accentuating and accentuating the degeneration of my knee. What I think caused it to be there in the first place was being overweight. And again, so many people think being overweight is just about overeating. It's not just about overeating, beloveds. Some people have lymphedema. Some people's bodies will swell instead of shrinking. It's edema, okay? And underactive thyroids and hormones and all kinds of things. And when you're empathic and you carry weight, most empaths are either so slim they can barely stand, or the other extreme, they're so big they can barely move, because of how they store things and because of how they feed on the energy and deal with the energies in this world, not just even what's going around in their immediate orbit or in their block or in their apartments or states or countries, but world, just all this shit. And so we have to learn, beloveds, to really go within. That is where the enlightenment comes from. That is the separating the light from the darkness. That is the night and the day of things. That is the sunlight and the moonlight of things. Certain energies require the sun to either banish them or cause them to grow. Same thing with the moon. Some things need the moon's light, which some would call a lesser light, to destroy it or for it to grow. And both are necessary. And what we need to do, beloveds, is find in which light we are most ourselves. we are most fulfilling the divine intent of our creation, of our vibration, you know? And it gets deep sometimes, and sometimes we look for ways to escape. And I'm about to get gritty with some things simply because, you know me, I try to be as transparent as I can, and I try to share as much as I can. I'm just going to briefly say this, that over the past couple of years, I'd say within the last 5 years, I have been looking at relationships very intimately, very deeply, pursuing them even, with a aggression that is in character but is not in character, so to speak. But let me get to it. What was told to me is that everything is about my evolution, and know that it's not selfish, because I am aware of firstborn daughter means there's a mother, there's a father, and that there are other brothers and sisters, okay? It is never just about me. That is, if you go back to the most ancient of traditions, the firstborn would even sometimes be sacrificed for the sake of the rest of the family. So don't think when I say I, me, that I'm being selfish, because I've never been afforded that luxury in this lifetime. So, let me get to it. The relationships that I was seeking and getting into after being celibate for 20 years, and I don't say that as something I'm bragging upon, I'm just saying that this was the intent, not the intent. This is how intense my journey within has been, okay? It is more than sacrificing sex, okay? It's been sacrificing intimacy. It's been sacrificing touch. It's been sacrificing companionship. It's been getting to know me as an alpha. That's what it has been. That's what this journey has been, you know. And I'm looking at it in that light, and I'm understanding where I am and the choices that I'm manifesting that I have to make. And again, it is the light coming out of the darkness. I've said several times before, you know, that in my life I've been presented, most of my relationships, romantic relationships, have involved me either choosing my mate or my devotion, you know, and knowing that you can't serve two masters. And so my thing has been looking in the wrong places for my mate, because my mate will be of one mind with me. You know, we will both be serving the mother. It doesn't have to be the exact same way, but it will be in the light. It won't be I'm in the light and you're you know, going through the shadow way. Shadow way is not my way. You know, it's not. And my way is It's unconditional love. And that's the only way I know how to be. And that is what is causing, so many of these problems. And like I said, so many of the insights and the blessings as well that have come from me, learning me and knowing me. And like I said, if I can do it, you have no excuse. You have no excuse. None. 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 Because all of the things that you say victimizes you or puts you in an uncomfortable position or state of mind is there not to babysit you the rest of your life and hold you and wrap you in that state of, what's it called? Starts with a C. I can't. Of capitulation. I'll use that one. You just, okay, poor me, and you just stay there, and that embraces you, and it becomes your mommy, and it feeds you, and you just, that's all you know is misery. No, thank you. Look at your life. I'm not judging you. I'm judging the choices, your choices and your decision-making abilities. I'm looking at the example of the life that has gotten you up to this moment where you're interacting with me. Are you filled with the same light and love that I am? No. Are you near it? Are you going that route? No. Then I can't deal with you. And it's very simple. It's about knowing something is going to give you a tummy ache and you go eat it anyway just because you want to taste it. Is that mature? Is that something an alpha would do? Or is that something a child, an infantile mind would do? Just like if I chose you, would that be something a mature woman of wisdom would do? Or is that something an infantile mind, girl child would do? We contain all. But at the end of the day, to recognize and call yourself a spiritual being, a divine being, an alpha being, a firstborn daughter, you have to take the weight and responsibility of those titles that you have placed upon your head, those crowns, those gems, those diamonds, those rubies, and you have to own them. You can't steal them or wear fake shit. That's not me. That's not who I am. And there are a lot of sisters and brothers out there that are in that state. And I'm hoping that they will learn who they are. They will let the light do what it needs to do. And they'll serve in whatever form or capacity is to their highest good. See, I don't wish bad on people. I don't do that. I don't have to. Universal laws state what you do comes back to you. So I don't have to use magic. Black magic, white magic. I don't have to attack people in that way. You know why? Because it's already in play. Why would I have to go and try to do something that is already taken care of? Either I believe or I don't. And like I said, with me, what goes around comes around. And some things, when you seek to harm or hurt that which is in divine service, a vessel that is carrying out divine will, baby, you know what you're calling upon yourself, upon your head. There are reasons that the ancients said, thou shalt not touch my anointed. And you can act like you don't know if you want to. Ain't gonna make a damn bit of difference in what your circumstances become, and the lessons that you will draw to you because of it. So, like I said, I don't have to curse nobody. I don't have to send out hexes or vexes or none of it. I don't operate in that manner. And I don't deal with people that operate in that manner because they lack a spiritual maturity. Okay? They say, oh, mama, 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 mama. But at the same time, they feel that they can use this to manipulate this and to manipulate that. And then you become chained to this entity or that entity. And after a while, you're doing their bidding in order to get your bidding done. And you don't realize how far you've gotten from mama's will until you're too caught up and you have no soul left. So, beloveds, be careful. Be careful. Be careful of what you're dabbing in. Be careful of who you're listening to. Okay? Because if it's not beneficial, if it's not about feeding you at a soul level, if it's not about awakening that higher vibration within yourself, if it's not about turning you and telling you or teaching you how to go within, run. Run, 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 run. Because what's coming after them ain't nice. Ain't nice. And you don't want none of it. You don't want none of it. If you want to share in their hell, go ahead and accept it. Go ahead and be around it to feel important. Go ahead and put yourself in the midst of it to feel, popular or whatever else, emptiness or insecurities that you've got going on, that you need this to feed you. Even though your instincts is screaming to you that something is wrong and that something is out of place. As you look at the drama and as you look at the misery, of those inside it. And then for them not to even be aware, they're like Donald Trump. They keep redirecting and redeflecting and playing little mind games. And they really think you're too stupid to even understand what they're doing. That's arrogance and that's vanity. And a lot of times, like I said, I guess that little devil in me comes out, and I'll play with them. I'll let them. And I'm stupid. Yep, I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm fat and stupid and lazy and trifling, and I'm a follower, and whatever you say, I'm going to trust you and believe you, because my self-esteem is so fucking low that I'll listen to you, before what you think, feel, and say about me takes more of a precedence than what I think and know and feel about me? No. 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 No, 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 no. No. And this that is happening right now is releasing me from having to play with that, from even having to indulge that, from I'm no longer, I don't want to find pleasure in it. I don't want to play your game and show you that you're stupid, or a pimp ain't shit without that bottom bitch. You ain't shit without that bottom bitch, no matter what you think, no matter how many hoes you got up under you, no matter what you can, how good you think, how much sugar you think you got on it. Some women understand that their greater sex is found here, not between our legs, and that is a mature soul. That is a mature woman. That is an alpha woman. That is somebody who is not going to let you play, with her mind and feelings. Not really. Not really. She may indulge, her kitty cat claws every now and then to let you see how far you think you can go, and indulge you with your tears and know that you can cry them, and I can cry them too. You want to act? Let's go. But like I say, you get to a point where your soul and your spirit is saying, release that. Release the need to even play like that, because that is draining you of vital light energy. It's taking you away from what you could be doing in regards to yourself, in regards to your family. So, like I said, beloveds, when I began this, it is about knowing yourself. It is about listening to the ancestors that speak inside of you. It is about paying attention and observing, the things that others are speaking into manifestation, that they're trying to manifest, that they're trying to get you to believe, or that they're showing you their truths. You come to them and you say, I got cancer and I'm dying, and they tell you so and so got toe fungus. Okay, I'm compassionate with so and so's toe fungus, and I'm really sorry that they got that, but can you pay a little attention to me, please? Did you hear what I said? I got cancer, terminal cancer, and you telling me about somebody so and so's toe fungus? Really? Really? You gonna play me like that? And then you gonna brag on being pimpalicious along with it, And I done told you. Dis-ease. You spread dis-ease. In the name of love. and you think you come from the mama while you're doing it. You pimping her. And you think you ain't gonna get busted up. You think the laws of my aunt, those scales, are gonna be balanced. Really? Huh? What you gonna say? But I served you. I was unapologetic. I was serving you. What does the wage read? Bottom line. Bottom line. Nothing can come out of your mouth that can cause the bottom line to change. Okay? So, beloveds, that is that. And let me get to the other portion of this card. And I'm going to be doing a little bit more on my radio shows and everything, because this is also getting back to healing me and getting my focus reset and everything. Not to say that the focuses that I've had have been health and family related, you know, and those things, like I said, I'm being released. I'm releasing myself from the worry and from the carrying those weights. I'm giving that weight to Mama. Let her deal with it, you know. And instead of trying to support my own, you know, self, I'm relying on Mama's support, and that's where I'm going. And let's get into this last card. The last card was soul retrieval, deep soul healing with the goddess. Isis, healing goddess, now offers you spiritual restoration and deep soul healing through the art of soul retrieval, reclaiming pieces of you lost through trauma, old and new. Soon you will enjoy greater wellness, energy, and power, as well as the opening of gifts and soul abilities you did not know you had. Did you know that pieces of you can be trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences, and in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another? Did you hear that, beloveds? Whatever cycle and season that you're in, don't give your power away. Hold on to it. Break it. Break whatever cycle and season that you think is getting ready to repeat itself. You've been given a chance to change it. And when you change it, you change the past, the present, and the future of it, just by making the correct choice, surrounding it in the energy that it needs to succeed, or that you want to use to manifest the results that you need. You have to make the right choices to make for what you want to manifest, okay? You can't be making fucked up choices and think what you want and what you need and what you've envisioned is going to manifest the way that you want it to. Think about it, beloveds. Okay. Did you know that pieces of you can be trapped in the past, in traumatic experiences, and in relationships, even those long since gone, because part of your power remains with another? This can happen because of permission subconsciously given to them to hold on to a piece of your spirit. Are you listening? Then the time comes for such permission to be revoked, and the pieces of self to be reclaimed and restored to the soul. Do you hear what I'm saying? that when you release yourself from whoever little prison you gave your key to, your empowerment to go inside and just wreck you and wreak havoc with you, get your key back. Put all of that shit in reverse. Okay? Own your own power. Use your own power. Know you. Mama got you. She equips you well. Okay? Now turn it out and turn up. Master healer and goddess of deep soul restoration, the Lady Isis, now guide you to make peace with the past and reclaim the lost pieces of your own soul. The time has come for you to take yourself entirely into your own possession, to call back your soul from trauma in this lifetime and others, to give yourself back to yourself wholly and completely. In doing so, your life will flourish, infused with greater energy into beautiful new expression. And beloveds, remember the card that I read at the beginning magnifies and amplifies this card. Okay? And the first card was pulled. This was done like this. Okay? Isis calls the soul back into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self. I want you to hear that. Because, sisters, so many of us, and sisters whose energy is more feminine than it is masculine, we choose to look at the potential instead of seeing the reality, which is the fragmented, which is the fractured, the broken, the denial, the lies, the cheating. We want to give them excuses. We want to coddle the baby boy in them. And if we do that, then they never become men. They never become alpha men. They never become that man who will take care of his mama. They never become that man who will put his wife and his mama and balance them with how he raises his daughters. We focusing on the potential. We know our power as king makers, as pharaoh makers, okay? As bottom bitches, if you want to take it there, okay? And we have got to stop coddling them. And we have got to stop sacrificing and settling for less than we are worth. If you know yourself to be goddess, then what you doing messing around with somebody that don't even know they shit stink? That don't keep you in goddess standing. Because the moment you go down there with my shit don't stink, his shit rubs off on you and you stink of his shit that don't stink. Okay? Moving forward. Isis calls you back into passion, into wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. Ladies, we can't save them all. We can't. We can see the Osiris in them, and we settle for set. You know, we settle for them at a less than state because we don't deem ourselves to be worthy for them to step that shit up. In order for you to rise to king status, where the ancestors said it is the female, it is the womb of a man that makes a king, that gives birth to a god, that gives birth to a demigod. And you want to take that out of the equation. You want to change universal law. You want to change Ma'at. You are the cause for this chaos. You feed this chaos. You choose to let it suck your soul dry. You give it your power by you, excuse my French, and this is going to get a little raw for some of you, so you might want to cover your ears. Okay? You get on your knees and you suck this system's dick raw. Okay? That's what you do. By imitating it, and then by wanting your dick sucked in the same way. Regardless if that's your sister, if that's your mother, or if that's your daughter, or if it's your brother's sister, mother, or daughter. Because you are still in that child state of mind. And then you want to get upset when sisters start looking elsewhere because you don't know who the fuck you are, and you giving your power to something lesser than yourself and thinking that it will empower you to get what you want out of this system. Dollar, dollar, dollar bill, y'all. You know who you serve. You know who you serve. You know what your bottom line is. It ain't mama. It's a dollar, dollar bill, y'all. That's who you put your faith in. That's who you put your belief in. And that's who you empower with the way that you live, that you breathe, that you speak, that you even think. Soul retrieval. Okay. Isis calls, third time. Isis calls the soul back into the wholeness again. Her passion, determination, and unfailing love for her beloved Osiris restored him from a dismembered, distorted, and fractured self into a whole divine masculine being once more. A whole divine masculine being. Lionesses, rise. Okay? Panthers, cougars, jaguar women, get up on it. It's time. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval guides you to forgive and reclaim your own power and energy and totality now, even if the trapped energy is so unconscious that you do not even know that you are missing a part of yourself. Support. Searching for any inner places that feel incomplete or draining is a way to commence the process of soul retrieval. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be compassionate and empathetic and wanting to interact with another. And that is my phone, and I am not going to answer it right now. And it's funny. Let me just keep going. Okay. The oracle also indicates. Wait a minute. Here we go. Forgiveness can be a good place to begin the work more consciously. This is hard spiritual work sometimes because we can want to be right or justified in what we feel or perceive, and we don't want to be harmed again by allowing inappropriate behavior. In the action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that it is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. So, beloveds, you're even helping them by taking that piece of yourself back. Because they've got a part of you in them that does not belong. So they're not functioning and flowing evilly either. And there's no telling how many other pieces of somebody else, that's there as well. And we all take a piece of somebody's soul. Don't think you're above that. Anytime you feel the need to shut somebody down, to belittle them, to put them in their place, is to snatch a little piece of their soul. When you're not doing it in a loving manner, when you're doing it out of a different place of your heart, you're doing it from your mind and not your heart, or you're doing it from your hurt feelings, but not your true feelings. It gets there, beloved. Okay, and forgiveness begins with you. As I keep saying, forgiveness begins with you. Allow yourself to forgive yourself for learning. You're an infant. You gotta crawl before you can run and walk. You got to fall down before you can get your balance. Stop condemning yourself or putting yourself up on the cross and nailing yourself to it simply because you fell down. Get your ass back up. Dust yourself off and keep it moving. And when you come to this intersection again, and you will, cycles and seasons, make the wise choice. They make the empowered choice. Make the choice that serves divine will. If you're of one mind, it shouldn't be a problem. At least that's what I was told. At least that's what I was slapped with. Let me put it right. Okay. In the action of forgiveness, you are simply reclaiming your energy from the situation, person, or experience so that it is at your disposal instead of being trapped in their energy field. What is most likely to occur is that the person, place, or situation will simply fall away from your life and be released. You will not be opening yourself up to attack. You will be wiser and stronger for your forgiveness and the ability that forgiveness gives you to reclaim your spirit. You will have more energy, and with no further effort, you will actually move on, just in mind, body, but in spirit as well. This oracle also indicates you have healing ability, that you are capable of channeling soul energy to help others forgive and reclaim their spirit too. And beloved, This I have known for a very long time. The wounded healer theory. Take what you need from it, leave what doesn't resonate for you. But it has deep meaning and it has a lot of truths. And you just have to find what works for you or what reveals itself for you. Your healing gift is quite deep, and if you are interested in working in a healing capacity with others or wondering if this is the right calling for you, then this card serves as confirmation for you. The Oracle of Soul Retrieval also brings a special message for healers. Sometimes in your deep work with others, your desire to be of service can drain you. And if you're not carefully cleansing your energy field, if you have pulled this card together with the Pyramid of Light or the Pillar of Light, then you are encouraged to do swift and thorough psychic and spiritual cleansing each evening and morning for the next several weeks until you feel more of yourself again. You will notice the thoughts and feelings of others becoming less intrusive. And beloveds, this is what I say, that sometime another's energy can impact our energy. If you want to call them their demons, or their little hellions, or their little angels, or their little demigods, or their feelings, or whatever, they affect you. Okay? They latch on to you. They start telling your thoughts what to think and to feel. And you allow them access. And the more you give them, the more they persuade you. Okay? And the less and less you are to your light, to your center, to your ground, to your bottom line. Okay? So, watch your boundaries. Be careful of your boundaries, beloveds. I've gotten in trouble for that. Let's see. You will notice the thoughts and feelings of others becoming less intrusive. This is unconditionally loving. Your clients will gain more strength in learning to feed their own energy field rather than feeding off yours, and you will gain more strength in this process too. It can be hard to change patterns of professional and energetic dependency, but it is worth the effort so that you do not become drained and unable to continue your path as a healer. This guidance applies equally to those who are not formal healers, but tend to attract those seeking guidance and support informally into their lives. And they are just as important as those with degrees and everything else, beloved. Don't devalue yourself because you don't have a medical book learning or a medical degree when you have spiritual gifts, okay, that you tap into instantaneously for any kind of situation. Don't devalue yourself, because the world places more emphasis on an education that's paid for than one that comes from internally. Okay? Beloveds, this video has been an hour and 33 minutes, and I just want to say again, thank you. I have released a lot in it. Spirit has given me a lot to put in it. The Isis Oracle, the cards have weighed in. The poetry has weighed in, and I'm going to be doing more on this topic because it is the cycle and the season for it. Veils are being lifted and more people are being awakened and awakening, and they are becoming hungry and thirsty for real knowledge, for substance and not just glitter and false promises, you know. So this is the end of the show, beloveds, and again, I want to thank you. This is Mother with Wisdom, and it is what it is. I will be putting notes upon this on my Valerie AMES Facebook page. You can find it there. You can find me there. Also on my Blog Talk radio show as Mother Wit. And again, like I said, I will be jumping back in that spiritual arena. Ready, you know. Ready. Alright. Namaste. And I love you. Smooches and big hugs, beloved. Big hugs. Okay. If you want to reach me, you can do so at my inbox, Valerie AMES on Facebook, right here on this page. Also, I will give out one of my older emails. Valerie Middlebrook 1965 at gmail.com. You can reach me there too as well. I'm bad with notes and emails because sometimes they pile up and I'm like but I try to get better, I promise you. Okay, that's it, beloveds.